くよ。はいはい。はい。いけるかな？見える？ちょっと待って。今大丈夫かな？もしもーし。もしもし。見える？みんなこんばんはかな？ちょっと待ってね。ああ !Okay, I can see. はいはい。はい。Amberot. Hello. Anybody else? 他にみんないないの？はい。斉藤。ああ。Oh my gosh. Zaito, you're ready. Ready as ever. Excellent. Zaito, yeah, good. Zerain, you made it. Hello, you're here. Curry? はい、見える。Thank you. ありがとう。はいはい、見えるね。大丈夫ね。はい、キャフェイン。こんにちは。みんな元気かな？元気？うん、みんな元気かな？私はね、昨日、ちょっとね、なんだろう。ちょっと具合が悪かった。I wasn't feeling well yesterday, so like, I went to bed early. だからね、ちょっと早く寝て、今日はね、朝、早く起きた。うん。So I got up early today instead. And I'm like trying to prepare, for the stream. I'm ready. はい。ああ Zeren, you made it. Excellent. You have time today? Excellent. Good one. Ready to learn. Anybody else taking attendance now? はい、コーリー。元気です。みんな元気だね。はいはい。私も今日は元気。I'm fine today. But yesterday I was like feeling a bit, I don't know. I think I was just too tired. But I'm fine now. Hi, Hitchy! You're here. Okay. Good. Shall I just start? Shall I not just wait? I don't know. Well, I might just wait just a little bit so people can just come in. Or shall I just be mean and just start? Well, I can just open my file and then just show you what I did. Let me see. Just gonna here we go. Can you see this? Can you see this? Let me just put this chat on the side so I can still see it. Yeah, I'll start soon. But see, look at this. Look at what I did. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. Look at this. I made this. I was so tired like yesterday. So I did some work and I'm trying to like, add images like this in a Yuffie image. Hobble, very important. Hobble-chan. It's got like 3 pages. The last one is just like I just added just like, an additional page in case I want to type. It looks pretty epic, as you can see. I think I did too much. All right. Let's see. Who else? Anybody else here? Oh, okay. People joining in now. Good. Hello, Gravidon, you're here. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, it's I kind of had to make it like kind of, this way because as you know, a lot of learners just like trying to learn like a little bit and get so confused because they don't see the bigger picture. So like I just put yeah, like so I have koto here and then this koto is different from the koto I'm using here, you see. And a lot of people get confused between life experience or non-life experience, so I kind of had to like extend everything so it's not just one thing. If you're just like if you're learning just one tiny thing, you might just like misunderstand it. So like I just wanted to kind of show different things, but they are kind of connected. So yeah, that's why I had to kind of make it into 3 pages. Okay, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. But it's actually pretty simple. I just added more examples just to, keep it, how do I even put it? Like, just to keep it interesting. And so you'll be able to kind of, recycle some of my example sentences. Of course, it's hidden because I want to do like a little quiz today, So my example sentences are pretty good for like, using them as like templates. So that's why I've added a lot of things here, a lot of realistic sentences. So, you'll be able to like start making sentences, today, after this. All right. Let me just check the chat one more time before I start, okay? Who else is here? So, Digrid, you're here. You did some sketch. Was it like a few days ago? Thank you for doing that. I enjoyed it. Let's see. Who else? Okay, do you think I can just... Okay, I might just start now. Oh, Patrick, you're here. Good. So much to learn. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna just start, okay? If others are late, I'm sorry. Okay, it's not my fault. I just want to get started, okay? So I might not be able to check the chat often. So if you guys want to talk, you can just talk to each other. All right, let me start from here. Okay. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So I have a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna just start here. Okay. So the first one, I call this nounifying because it's easier than the official name, nominalization. Nominalization, like, okay, you don't need to know this. That's an official name, but you have no idea what it means unless you speak German, So if you say nominalize, has nom is from nomen, which is, nouns, So if you speak German or similar languages, okay, I understand this, but don't worry about this term. I just wanted to write it, but I just say nounifying because it's easy. Just turning a verb into a noun. Nounifying. I call it that way because the official name is too long, isn't it? Like, what's the point? Well, I just call it nounifying. Okay, and then I say koto here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use, okay, koto, this one, okay, and turn a verb. In this case, I have hanasu. Okay, hanasu to speak, isn't it? Hanasu to speak, and let's just change that into a noun, and you can say it in two different ways. Okay, and the first one, it goes like this. Okay, hanasu. So hanasu. So dictionary form. Okay, dictionary form plus koto. Okay, and I have something very similar, but this one's a little bit different. So hanasu. That's the dictionary form again, and I have hanasu no. Isn't it? Hanasu no. So I have this ninja here. Koto and no here. They are actually interchangeable in this grammar. Okay, I had to add this. Okay, because some people think, koto and no are always interchangeable, but that's not the case. Okay, they are interchangeable in this grammar. I had to write it here because when we talk about life experience, okay, in the next page, we use koto and koto everywhere, but koto in this case, when you're talking about life experience, you can't use no. So it cannot be replaced by no in this grammar. Okay. So that's why I had to write koto and no in this case, they are interchangeable. Okay, but it doesn't mean it applies to every single koto. Okay, this is why I had to have like an extended edition so people don't misunderstand it. Okay. Good. All right. So, what did I do here? So I have hanasu to speak, which is a verb. Okay. This is in the dictionary form, and I want to convert it. I want to change it to a noun. And two ways to do hanasu koto. This is more like kind of official. Okay. But hanasu no, yeah, as I said, they're interchangeable. So if that's easier for you to say, yeah, why not? You can use it. Okay. So I have some common ways to use this nounifying, koto. Of course, we have a lot of other, adjectives, you can use with, but I'm gonna just go from here. Okay. A very good structure is this. Just use A or B. Okay. Just A is B structure. Okay. And I use, so let's see, let me just highlight here. Well, I'll highlight this way. Okay. So if you see this, 日本語を話すこと. Wow. Okay. Let's just analyze one by one. Okay. So, well, 話す is the verb, isn't it? And if you see this, 日本語を話す is to speak Japanese, isn't it? Right? And let's take a look here. So I'm using this koto. Here, what happens is that, okay, you just learned, koto makes hanasu into a noun. That's cool. But the thing is, you can actually turn this, turn the whole thing into a noun, which is very handy, isn't it? Okay, so 日本語を話すこと instead of just saying 話すこと if you just say 話すこと of course you're just saying speaking. Okay, if you say 話すことは楽しい speaking is fun or it's fun to speak. But here, of course, I want to say a little bit more. 日本語を話すこと Okay, so 日本語を話す 話す to speak Japanese object を話すことは楽しい. Okay, so fun. So I'm just basically, if you look here, it looks like, oh wow, this is it's kind of long. It's a long sentence. But the thing is, it's just simply, exactly the same thing as A or B, isn't it? A is B structure. Nothing difficult about it. Okay, 日本語を話すこと is in the this is the A section. So 日本語を話すこと of course you can say 日本語を話すの as I said, they are interchangeable. 日本語を話すこと or 日本語を話すのは and A is and 楽しい fun or enjoyable. So basically, what you're saying is speaking Japanese is fun. But of course, it's just kind of, it sounds more natural in English to say it's fun to speak Japanese, isn't it? So like, using this, structure, you can say a lot. Okay, you can like talk about, let's say it's difficult to do this or it's easy to do this, so on and so forth, which we'll go through in the practice section. Okay, so you see A or B, this structure is not just, for 猫はかわいい 猫はかわいい cats are cute. It's not just that. You can actually use it, to talk about your, talk about your opinions. You can tell your opinions like this. I know it's such a simple thing. So, yeah. 日本語を話すことは楽しい but if you find it difficult, just change that to 難しい. Okay? So if you are like, oh, 楽しい, okay, I don't think it's fun, so I want to change it to 難しい, yeah, for sure. If you go like 日本語を話すことは and if you want to go to 難しい, it's fine. So it's difficult to speak Japanese or speaking Japanese is difficult. Okay, so I've as you can see, I'm trying to fit it into the screen. Okay, so yes, I've listed a lot of good adjectives to use with this nounifying koto. Okay, very, very useful ones. Of course, we're gonna use them, use most of them, or some of them actually. I don't have everything in the examples, but you get the idea. Of course, you can do, if you want to practice writing, of course, feel free, to use these ones. And I'm just so kind that I color-coded E adjectives with blue. Okay, they're written in blue, so you can see. 難しい、面白い、楽しい、危ない、つまらない。Well, you can actually tell easily because it has E. Okay. But of course, sometimes, if you see きれい, normally it's written in hiragana and sometimes you can't tell. But きれい actually has kanji. Anyway. And 嫌い has E sticking out too, but it's an adjective. But well, here I just simply color coded, okay? Because I'm nice, huh? I'm too nice. So yeah, so adjectives is written in this pink salmon pink color. So 簡単, easy, 大切, important. That's an important word, isn't it? 大切, important. 大変. 大変 is like something is difficult, something is not easy. Something causes like a lot of trouble. That's 大変. 無理, impossible. 無理, I'm sure you've heard of 無理 maybe in like animes, 無理 so something が好き. So yeah, like, so normally you have like noun が好き. So like 猫が好き, for example. So if you have a noun here, that means you can actually use this. You can just nounify the whole thing just like this. Okay. If you want to use something が好き, of course 好き is as I said, it's an adjective, okay? But of course, in English, to like is a verb. But of course, you don't have to overanalyze that, do you? No. It's just a pattern. This 好き just takes this something が好き pattern. Noun が好き. So what I did here is 毎日 so that's every day 猫と with my cat or with my cat since I have two 遊ぶ to play and I nounified the whole thing. Okay, so 毎日猫と遊ぶ. Okay, if you only look at this part, I play with my cat every day. But since I'm using こと, of course you can use no. Okay, because as I said, they're interchangeable. I'm not gonna write both here because I need space. So 毎日猫と遊ぶこと. So by adding this guy, I turned everything, this part into a noun. Okay, so basically it's just a noun が好き. I popped this block or chunk to this pattern. So 毎日猫と遊ぶことが好き. So I like playing with my cats or cat every day. Well, in my case, I have two cats. So with my cats every day. 毎日猫と遊ぶことが好き. So yeah, by using this something が好き pattern combined with this, nounify or nounification or nominalization, whatever you call it, こと, you can talk about what you like to do or what you like doing. That's handy, isn't it? Okay, but if you use 嫌い, for example, that's like something you don't like to do, or something you hate to do. Okay, so you can simply say 好きじゃない, if you wanna make it into negative. Okay. And something が上手, so this part takes a noun. So that means, yeah, you can totally use, こと, nounifying こと here. So if you see this 友達は so I'm actually, talking about, okay, my friend. Let's see. 日本語を話すこと。So, instead of just saying 友達は if you could say, of course, 友達は日本語が上手 is fine too, but I just wanted to be a little bit more specific. 友達は日本語を話す and nounified. So, I just turned, okay, this part into, the whole thing into a noun here. So, 友達は instead of just saying 日本語, I just want to extend it. Or just like, I want to be specific about, speaking Japanese. So, 友達は日本語を話すことが上手. Okay? 日本語を話すことが上手. So, my friend is good at speaking Japanese. Okay? So, that's that. So, yeah. So, noun が上手, noun が好き, and A or B. So, these are really good, patterns or structures to use, with nounifying こと. And let's see. Something about, let me see, these ones. Okay, I want to talk about 得意 and 苦手 and 上手 and 下手. Okay, because they are not translated very well. Okay, but I need to kind of talk about like subtle nuances. About 得意、苦手、上手、下手. Okay. Let's compare with, okay, 得意 versus, let's do this, 上手. Okay, what's the difference? Both of them, it says good at something. Okay, 得意, something が得意. So if you say, 日本語を話すことが得意日本語を話すことが得意 so that, yeah, it means like I'm good at, speaking Japanese. But can you actually say 日本語を話すことが上手 about yourself? It's actually for other people. If you want to use this. Okay. But of course, if you are saying 上手になりたい and so on and so forth, like, that's a different thing. But like if you're just simply using 上手 as an adjective to talk about, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, you want to use 得意 something が得意 okay, 得意 is like you're good at something and also you feel confident. Okay, you feel confident about it and you actually like doing it. That's 得意. Okay, it comes naturally. Okay, it's not just doing something well. Of course, you can do that well, but it's not just that. You feel confident, it comes naturally, you like doing it. That's 得意. But 上手, you don't use it for yourself. You don't say, 私は日本語が上手. Okay, that's a little bit weird. So you say, 私は日本語が得意 instead. Okay? But of course, it's fine to use 上手 for anybody else apart from yourself. Okay? It's for other people. And let's see. 苦手. 苦手 is the antonym of 得意. Okay, antonym. What's antonym? Antonym is the opposite word. So 得意, you're good at something. Let's say like coding or gaming or you name it, right? And you like doing it. That's 得意. Okay. 苦手 is the opposite. It's an antonym. It's the opposite word. So you're poor at something, you're bad at something, but also, at the same time, you don't like doing it. It's just not your thing. That's 苦手. Okay, so that's the difference between 苦手 and the 下手. 下手 is you are bad at something, not skilled, but still you might like it. So that's a major difference. With 苦手, okay, 苦手 and 下手, they're very similar. But with 苦手, you just don't like doing it. It's not your thing. It's not your cup of tea. Do you understand this expression? I'm so British. Sometimes. It's not your thing. So 苦手, just can't, I don't like it. 苦手. Okay? So that's the difference. So 下手, you're bad at something. You might actually like doing it though, but you still find yourself not good enough. That's 下手. Okay, so that's the difference. These are often translated kind of incorrectly. So yeah, I had to kind of explain. Of course, it's not easy to define. I had to explain one by one and compare the differences. Otherwise, it's just really hard to even put it in writing. So that's that. Let's come back here. Oh, let's see, Yuffie. Yuffie says, 寝るのが寝るのが大好き. So she loves sleeping. 大好き. It's the stronger version of 好き. 好き. You like something 大好き. You love doing something. Okay, so that's that. And let's go here. I want to okay, just zoom out a bit so you can still see the adjectives here. And the first one, how do you say it's difficult? It's difficult to speak Japanese. So of course, I'm too kind. I put it 難しい here to get you started, okay? But how do you complete the sentence? It's difficult to speak Japanese. Of course, it's like speaking Japanese is difficult. So how do you say that here? Okay. Of course, you need to use koto or you can use the no. Both are fine. Okay. So then let's see. Let's reveal it. 日本語を話すこと。Okay? 日本語を話すことは難しい。This for formal. But if you want to speak casually, you don't have to say this. Okay? So 日本語を話すことは難しい。Of course, you can say 話すの。日本語を話すのは難しい。Okay? Did you get that right? Hopefully you did. Okay, moving on. Alright, so here, another one. How do you say it's easy? It's easy to speak English. How do you say this? Of course, you want to say it like speaking English is easy. So, how do you say that here? So, English is 英語, isn't it? 英語. So, if you put this into a sentence like this, the answer is 英語を話すこと。So, 英語 English 英語を話す nounified with こと。Of course, you can have no. 英語を話すことは簡単。Of course, you can say 英語を話すのは簡単。簡単。Here, it's an adjective. Okay, 簡単です。英語を話すことは簡単。So, yeah, if you use this, sentence as a template, you can say a lot of things, to talk about, it's easy to do this, it's easy to do that, so on and so forth. Okay. If you wanna make the negative, turn this into negative, you can say 簡単じゃない because 簡単 is an adjective. Okay. So there's that. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Because I'm revealing the rest of it here, but of course, in the upcoming sentences, you've got to fill the whole thing. So let's see. So, how would you say it's difficult to write sentences in Japanese? Okay, sentences. Bun, isn't it? Bun. We had that in the kanji game. Okay, bun. Okay, and to write is kaku. Right. So, let's see. I'm gonna review. 日本語で文を書く。Okay. 日本語で文を書くのは難しい。Let me just somehow I didn't change the color. I think because I just wrote it. Here we go. Now it's changed. そう、日本語で、I'm using で because you're using the language, remember? By using something で language で to talk about, in this case, in Japanese. So, 日本語で文、sentences, 文を書く to write. And by using の or こと、you will basically turn this part into a noun. So, I'm just basically still using A or B structure. Very simple. Okay? 日本語で文を書くのは難しい。So, it's difficult to write sentences in Japanese. But if you want to say 簡単 instead, that's fine too. If you want to say 日本語で文を書くのは簡単. If you find it easy, use 簡単 instead. So that's that. Okay. So let's go to the next one. How do you say it's interesting? It's interesting to study. 漢字. Okay, so interesting. Interesting. It's interesting right here. It's interesting, isn't it? 面白い. 面白い. Okay, so we want to use that one. Okay, and study. Study is 勉強する, isn't it? Okay, so I gave you enough hints. Okay, but you have to complete the whole sentence now. Before, I was giving you the, I was giving away a lot here. So, but how to complete the sentence? So you gotta use 面白い. Okay, and you have to use 勉強する, and of course 漢字. So 漢字を勉強する. So how do you put it together? Let's see. Okay, so you will say 漢字を勉強する Nounify こと You got this part, right? 漢字を勉強すること漢字を勉強するの is fine too. 漢字を勉強する to study こと Nounify. And you want to say interesting は面白い面白い interesting. 漢字を勉強することは漢字を勉強することは面白いです。漢字を勉強することは面白い。If you want to keep it casual, and here, keep it, if you want to use the formal or polite speaking, okay, you want to speak formally, use this. Okay? 漢字を勉強することは面白いです。So yeah, by using this, more like a template, you can talk about what's interesting for you to do. It's handy, isn't it? It's very useful. Okay, if you find something is interesting to do, you can use that. Okay, so that's a good one to use. Let me see. Good. And so Yuffie, I see Yuffie on the right hand side sleeping. Yeah, this is like she's actually on top of a really high cabinet, and this is the ceiling. This is the ceiling. It's really high. I don't know how she can get up there. She just kind of jumps from her cat tree, and then jumps up here. She's a ninja. So yeah. So Yuffie. She sleeps here a lot. So 寝るのが大好き. So okay. So Yuffie. Let's see. Let's go here. So let's use, this is my brainwashing sentence. Brainwashing sentence. It's important to study Japanese with the sensei. Unless you can say with Taenyan is fine too. Okay, it's important to study Japanese. This is actually true too, so that you don't misunderstand things. Okay, self-studying can be pretty difficult without any guidance. I saw a lot of people misunderstanding things. If they just like kind of study with apps and things. So of course, apps are great, handy, but like you always want to kind of double check with a native speaker, especially like with someone who can actually understand Japanese and English, okay, to get the right nuances. Anyway, so it's important to study Japanese with the sensei. Important. It's right here. 大切. Okay, 大切. So, okay, let me just move it here. Okay, 大切. So we want to use that one. Okay, 大切 is an adjective. Let's use that. Okay. There you go. So yeah, so again, it's gonna be a long sentence. Okay, but you'll be still using A or B structure. That's easy, right? Of course, it's gonna be the A section is gonna be long. Okay, let's see. Studies. 勉強する, isn't it? Japanese. 日本語. Importance. Important. It's 大切. And with somebody is somebody と, isn't it? Somebody と. So, let's reveal little by little. 先生と日本語を勉強する. Okay? 先生と with the sensei. Okay? In this case, if you want to say with Taenyan, Taenyan と, if you want to say that, 日本語を勉強する. So study Japanese with sensei. And let's nounify. こと. Of course, you can use no. And if you reach this point, it's super easy because you just do A or B. Isn't it? So, 先生と日本語を勉強することは大切です。大切 important. Okay, so yeah, just use this sentence as a template. Okay, recycle. Okay, so that you know that the sentence or sentences you're gonna write will be correct. So you're not gonna do something too different, but you can still say something like, oh, it's important to do this, it's important to do that, you know. That's a really good way, to study and practice sentences. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is the most important sentence. Let's see. Let me change that. Taenyan と okay 勉強 I'm gonna because I need more space and 大切 do that. One sec. We need to make this. We go. So this is my brainwashing sentence. Yeah. So Taenyan と with Taenyan. Okay. 日本語を勉強するのは大切です。Okay. Is it like a cult now? Anyway, let's move on. Okay. So let's see. So how do you say it's fun? It's fun to play with my cat every day. Okay. You don't have to say my cat. You can just say cat. So neko is fine. I just said my. Okay. Every day is 毎日, isn't it? Okay. Play is 遊ぶ. Okay. Fun. 楽しい. Isn't it? 楽しい. Right here. So let's go here. Okay. Let's figure it out. So 毎日 every day 猫と with somebody. So somebody と遊ぶ to play. 遊ぶの遊ぶこと is fine. Nounified. Okay, nounify the whole thing. And は楽しい. Yeah, it's fun and enjoyable to play with my cat or cats. every day. Okay, it's cool, isn't it? Right, so let's go to the next one. So it says, it's dangerous. 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 危ない。危ない。I'm sure you've heard of it. 危ない。Dangerous. Watch out. 危ない。いい adjective. Okay. Okay, so then you get to say something like, it's dangerous to do this and that. Okay. To go out. To go out. 出かける。外に行く is fine too. But 出かける。外に行く。Both are fine. Alone. 一人で。alone. Or by yourself. At night. 夜 but night. At night. So 夜に time word に。Okay. So 夜に time word に一人で alone, by yourself, by myself 出かける to go out. Okay, if you want to say 外に行く that's fine too. You know, it's good to be flexible. You know, if you want to say some other ways, you know, alternative ways, that's also good too. So 夜に一人で出かけるのこと is fine. Well, and you want to say dangerous here, so 危ない。危ないです。Okay. Well, this this doesn't apply to Japan. It's pretty safe, but I actually nearly got kidnapped in Japan when I was young. Actually, I was like still like a high school student. So still counts as a kid, right? Kidnapping. Yeah, I nearly kind of got kidnapped. Yeah, I was forced. I don't know like how to describe it. I'm still a bit traumatized, but yeah, somebody like trying to like pull me into the car. I was just walking, and then this person said like, oh, I need some help because I'm new. You know, I need to go to the station or something. And he had like a map, you know, and I was like, okay, why don't you just use like a sat nav or something, or Google Maps, right? But yeah, but like I wasn't really sure what he was saying, so I just like approached, like, what's going on? Because you know, I'm kind, like, you know, I don't. Maybe I'm just a bit too, you know, I'm a bit too kind. And then I was like, you know, obviously he looked lost, so I was like, okay, you know, what's the matter? And then he opened his car and he pulled me into the car and nearly got kidnapped. Okay, what happened was that right after that I went crazy. I kicked him and then like I was like, hey, get me out of here. I was like going you know, nuts, and then he dropped me. But that was scary. So yeah, what's my point? Yeah, it is dangerous to go out alone at night, even in Japan, you know, depending on the place. Anyway, how is it in your town or city? In London, if it's London, London is pretty safe depending on where you are. As long as you know how to walk, you know, certain like streets and things. In London, there are so many CCTVs, so it's pretty safe. And in Berlin, it is pretty safe, but it depends on the place, depends on the location. What else? I think New York is pretty dangerous. I got followed by so many people in New York. In LA, LA is just like you need a car, so you can't just like walk around unless it's downtown. But Tokyo is pretty safe. But I guess again it depends on the place. You know, in certain spots it's a bit dangerous. So anyway, so yeah, okay. Let's go here. I love learning. I love learning Japanese with the sensei. Let's make it to Taenyan later. I'll change that one. Okay. So I love, which is 大好き. ですね。大好き。Okay. So you want to use that one. Okay. So learning Japanese. Okay. So 先生と so with somebody and 日本語を勉強する。日本語を勉強するのが大好き。Okay. So 先生と日本語を勉強するのが大好き。Okay. Let's turn this into let me see. All right. Gotta do this right, you know. Let me see. And I'm gonna just save space by just using kanji here. So 勉強する. Don't worry, I will put furigan on top. Whoa. It does it on the Mac. So 勉強Taenyanと so somebody と日本語を勉強するのが勉強すること Nounifying が大好き So I love doing this. I love learning Japanese with Taenyan. Okay. So Taenyani. Okay. So power sentence. Okay. Good. So let's see. This is a Yuffie sentence. Yuffie is good at climbing to high places. Yeah, so that's the whole point of this photo picture. Because she wants to climb up all the time, you know. So this is a Yuffie sentence. So climb. Noboru. You can use it for climbing mountains too. You know, climbing. And noboru always takes ni, so something ni noboru. High places, 高い places, ところ. So 高いところに climb. 高いところに climb. Let's go. Yuffie は高いところに登るの。This is not the part of Nounifying. Yuffie は高いところに登るのが上手。Okay? So Yuffie は高いところに登るのが上手です。So I'm talking about Yuffie being good at climbing. You know, to high places like this. This is a ceiling. Okay? She's on top of the world, looking down, you know? Okay? But Hubble can't do this, okay? Hubble is just like always low, okay? Hubble is not as fit as Yuffie. Hubble is a bit slow. You know, I love him too. I mean, Hubble right here, okay? Making a statement, okay? Hubble is a Hubble, okay? Hubble is not a Yuffie, okay? So that's Hubble. He's asleep now. So that's that. Okay. I hope you got everything correct. Nice. Excellent. So I think I went through everything. Let me check the chat. Okay, I'll check out the chat. Let's see where the chat is. Where did it go? All right. Oh. Whoa. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, I didn't miss a lot. Okay, let's see. Good. Zaito, you speak German, still got no clue. Excellent. It's fine. Zering, nominalize means to turn it into a drink. Okay, does it? Yeah, okay. Because nomu turning into nomi. Okay, okay. Long unintelligible was to make yourself look smarter. Good. Let's see. Patrick wanted to ask if you'd add こととする? Yeah, I mean, if you, let me see. Let's see, like, I mean, if it's already a noun, like, for example, like, 勉強 is already a noun. So if you want to use 勉強が好き, that's fine too. And, let's see. 掃除 to clean. Well, sorry, 掃除 is cleaning, it's a noun. 掃除が好き. I like cleaning. Let me see. Just go to the extra page at the end. So I can make notes. Let me just outline this one. Okay, go back. Okay, here we go. So, I mean, if it's already a noun, let's see, like 掃除. This is already a noun. Of course, 掃除する is to clean. But of course, that's from 掃除. This is cleaning. So, 掃除が好き is fine too. 掃除することが好き. But of course, 掃除が好き is a little bit easier. Of course, you know, let me see. 掃除するのが好き、掃除することが好き. Yeah. 掃除が好き is fine too if you want to keep it simple. Sometimes, like, you know, if there's no need, you don't need to. But, you know, 掃除が好き。掃除することが好き. Okay. Simple as that. I like cleaning. Yeah, I like cleaning or I like to clean. That's what it is. Okay. So that's that. Let's see. It's a lot to cover today, especially this one. The most important thing here. Okay. Look at his face. Isn't he cute? He's amazing. It makes me smile. Of course, I love Yuffie too. Yuffie's like this, you know. Yuffie's more like kind of, you know, good-looking, kind of model, majestic type. Hubble is like the opposite. So cute. I love Hubble. I love both. Both of my nekos. Let's see. Let me look at the chat. What did I miss? Let's see. I was answering Patrick's question. Okay, so does it explain? Well, I hope. Let's see. Yes, a lot of 無理だ. Yeah, 無理だ. Yeah, 無理 is like, it's very common. As both koto and no can be both used for nominalization, is there a difference in terms of politeness? Honestly, in speaking, it doesn't matter because let's see. 話すことは no, it doesn't really change it. It's just like if you use koto, like especially when you're speaking, it just makes it a little bit longer. So you know, my policy is like if you end it right, you're right. So you're fine. So you know, 日本語を let's see. Yeah. So let's see. 日本語を話すことは楽しい。日本語を話すのは楽しい. Yeah, as long okay, so if you want to use the polite you know, sentence, just having this, both are actually fine. Okay? But I mean, when you're speaking, no, it's just a little bit easier to say. Okay? Imagine if you actually say this, 日本語を話すことは楽しいです. Isn't it too long? Okay? So 日本語を話すのは楽しいです. It's nice and short, a little bit shorter. And of course, you know, when you are speaking, you normally switch to casual anyway because, you know, when you're making conversation, normally you are talking to someone that you know, or maybe you've had, you know, a long conversation before and you know the person well, and you know, it's no longer just like, you know, small talk. So anyway, So it's that. Let me just look at other chat and messages. I hope that answers your question, Amberoth. Andrew, okay, sorry, I got to your message a bit late. Hello, 日本語上手 friends. Yeah, excellent. 寝ることが得意. Good, good. Yep. Me too. Crikey, good afternoon. Good to see you here. Jump, morning. Isn't it too early for you? Always early, isn't it? Is it like 6 for you? Miroth, kawaii ne. Frogman, hello. Sorry, I always get back to my chat late because I was explaining. Yuffie's a ninja. Yes, Darren, that's correct. Okay. 漢字の勉強、Patrick, 漢字の勉強面白い。漢字を勉強することは面白い。So Patrick, let me see. 漢字の勉強は面白い。漢字を勉強すること。right here. Since 漢字の勉強 is a noun, okay? So if you're using 漢字の勉強, it's already a noun. So that's why you have 漢字の勉強は面白い in that case, in your sentence, Patrick. But this one, I nounified it. Okay, so originally it was just 漢字を勉強する。ですね。漢字を、so object を勉強する and I just nounified by adding こと。So it's not no. Okay. So that's that. I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Can't remember. しない is 大事 or 重大 Okay, 大事 yes. することは大事です。することは大事です。大事 sounds a little bit more like it looks a little bit more serious. It sounds a bit 大事です。することが大事です。すること。大事。I think I use 大切 a bit more. 大事。Maybe like when you want to say, oh, this is really important or something. Then you can use 大事. Like, this is like absolutely essential, that kind of thing. But in that case, I will structure it a little bit differently. So let me see. So something が大事. Okay, so 大事 is often used with が, so depends on what it is. So let's see. 大事. Yeah. But let me see. If you use 大事 like this, 大事 is important, I will use it a little bit. I need some context, so like, let me see. じゃあ、猫、ごめん、猫を、じゃあ、猫を飼うとき、飼う to have a pet, so 猫を飼う、not to buy, this is not to buy. 猫を飼う is to have a pet. 猫を飼うときに、I'm just trying to like specify. 猫を飼うときに、じゃあどうしよう。じゃあ、ケーブルを、守る。to protect. Okay. I know I'm kind of joking here, but if your name is 大事, like as important, so 猫を飼うときに、飼ってるときかな、猫を飼ってるときかな、猫を飼ってるときに、猫を飼ってるときに、so when you have a cat, or when you live with a cat or cats, ケーブルを守る to protect. ケーブルを守ることが大事. Okay. So, I know, I'm using が here, especially, above, all other things. Okay, this is pretty important. So then in that case, we use が. Okay. If I use what here, let's see. 猫を飼っているときにケーブルを守ることは大事. It sounds a little bit weird because 大事 is often used like when you actually compare to some other options. This is pretty important. That's when we use 大事. Okay. Anyway, of course. 守ることが大切 is also fine too, but 大事 sounds a little bit more serious. Okay. Let's see. 大事. Let's see. Okay. Let's just look at Hubble for now. Okay. Look at the chat. Alright. 先生と日本語を勉強することには大切にゃん is better, I think, Patrick. Yeah. Nounifying. Good. Is this a cult? Am I a cult leader? Maybe. No. Embarrass. うちの猫と遊ぶのは楽しい. Yeah, good sentence. Nounifying. Okay. 猫化猫化する猫語化かな猫語化。西方、危ない危ない。Yeah, やべ、やべ。don't worry, don't worry. Like, yeah, I actually have a lot of like traumas, you know. I actually went through a lot in my life. That's why I'm really tough right now. Being kidnapped, almost kidnapped. Also, like, I nearly drowned in the sea. I nearly died. And also, is this like a competition now? Also, maybe the worst experience I've ever had was like living with a murderer. Ooh, that was crazy. I didn't know that my landlord was a psychopath, and that happened in London. And I was just, a university student, just like trying to, study. I was just going to college, and everything was peaceful until, the police arrested him. And I didn't know anything at the point because they didn't want to tell me. But yeah, this guy was actually a little bit crazy. Even though he didn't look like though, he was normal. You wouldn't think that he will just like, hurt anybody. But he got arrested for killing his wife. I couldn't believe it. So like, I have a lot of like, stories like that. But I'm still alive. But I'm really tough and I'm very independent. And these experiences actually made me stronger. So like actually I'm not like that like traumatized or anything. I'm actually feeling good. I'm feeling fine. Anyway, yes, and some people use other people's kindness for bad things. I know. Some people like that. What can I say? I can't change it. I can't change them. I had to fight. Like I I didn't know that I had some hidden strength. Anyway, so what else is here? I should have I thought I should have trained myself a bit more, but I should protect myself, self-defense. But what do you expect, Anyway, who else is talking here? This learning session turned dark. Well, it's more memorable, isn't it? Patrick, USA seems like yeah, I don't want to say this out loud, but yeah, it's a bit crazy here, in the US. Zaren's family is from New York City. Yeah, be careful, Zaren, when you are in New York. I think it's getting more dangerous. I just couldn't walk by myself. I got like, people catcalling me. Well, I'm a cat, so that makes sense. Anyway, let's see. I'm scared of even visiting the US, France. It's not that safe either, but I feel like it's another level. Yeah. I think, when you're visiting, you just want to be with like locals, local friends to be safe. And jump, Kabukicho was the sketchiest place, right? Be careful, don't go there. Okay. Roppongi, yeah, Roppongi is like kind of, yeah, it's busy at nighttime. People want to like enjoy nightlife and things, and like, so in Roppongi it's a bit dangerous at nighttime. Yeah. Andrew, this is the only good positive brainwashing on the internet. Yeah, the safest. Yeah. Anyway, and let's see. Zerain, the thing about US is one state. Yeah, I know, like US is too big, isn't it? Yeah, you can't really compare, right? Let's see. Let me see. Name not very fitting. A hubble is not fitting. Is the hubble humble? Hubble is not really humble. Hubble is like of course the name is from like a Hubble telescope. Yeah, I don't know. He's very how do I call him? He wants to take food from Yuffie. Okay? He's very dominant. Let me tell you about Hubble. Okay, Hubble is very dominant. He doesn't look like, right? So like I give Yuffie some treats. Of course I give Hubble treats too. Hubble actually wants to take Yuffie's treats. So I kind of have to separate them sometimes when I'm feeding. Anyway. So yeah, that's Hubble. Hubble is very dominant. Amber, it's a funny example and very helpful, right? I know. Mono. Let me see. I actually cover mono here. Okay, but the one I'm talking about is nothing to do with these things. Okay, on the last page I talk about like koto as things and mono as like stuff. Koto as things means like you can only use it for like something intangible, something that you can't touch, like concepts and things. Mono is like for stuff. It's mostly tangible. But this grammar is not the same thing. Okay, this is not the same thing as nounifying or nominalization. Okay, that's why I had to separate it. I had to separate this grammar. Yeah, from the things. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, on the third page, I talk about like things to do or like time to do this kind of thing. But this is entirely different. Okay, so that's why I have to explain them separately. Okay, that's it. I'm thinking ahead, Anyway, okay. So London moment. Yeah, London. Have you guys been to London? London 行ったことがある? I've been through like I don't know some tough experiences. Let's see. Zering, I could compete in terms of stories, but I think you win. Yeah. Right. Yeah, mine is my stories are dark. Anyway. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Book off. Grass is always great. Yeah, I know. If you use koto 2 times, nouns. Let's see. If you use koto 2 times, other nouns, parallel or nested. I don't know what you mean by that. Can you give me an example? Koto 2 times. I wonder what you mean by that. Okay. Well. Anyway, I'm gonna move to the next bit. Okay? Next section. Alright. Talking about hobble. No. Life experience. Okay? So, this life experience koto is different from what we used here. 2 different things. Okay? 2 different things. So don't get confused. You got to be separated. Okay? Now we're going to talk about life experience. And I need to compare with non-life experience too, because it's often mistranslated. Okay? Let's go here. So if you want to talk about, like I've done this before, or maybe talk about I haven't done this before, I've never done this before kind of things. This is what you use. Life experience. The formula is the verb ta form. Okay, you learned verb conjugation, with my stream. So I'm sure you know you need the ta form here. Okay, so in the case of taberu, ta is tabeta, isn't it? So the casual past tense here. So so you need to conjugate quickly. Okay. 納豆を食べたパスタことがある。Okay. 食べたことがある。納豆を食べたことがある。I've eaten natto before in my life. Okay. If you want to turn this into a formal sentence, 納豆を食べたことがあります。Okay. ある just conjugating this to あります。Simple, isn't it? Okay. So this koto, again, as I said, it's different from the nounifying nominalization, koto. So this koto cannot be replaced by no. So be careful. Okay. So they are not interchangeable. Okay, these two. So always koto ga aru and koto ga nai. Okay. Since aru's negative form is nai, if you want to say, oh, I haven't done this before. I've never done this before in my life. Life experience. Past ta form. Koto ga nai. Be careful. So here, you have to put the casual ta, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're talking about if you want to, if you're talking formally, this will always take the past, casual past tense. Because what you do is like, when you are making a polite sentence, this is where you turn it polite. Okay? So here, as you can see, you don't use tabemashita here, okay? This is going to, you have to use the casual past tense or the short form ta, so pasta, koto ga aru. So yeah, that's why, this is actually why you can't just learn masu, masu, mashita, masen, masen deshita, and trying to get away with everything. Because you have to actually learn the casual, because if something like this happens, and this happens all the time, sometimes you need to go to the nai form, even though you want to say something, formally, you're speaking formally, sometimes you have to go to the nai form because, there's a pattern that requires it. So, so this is always the casual ta here. And you just adjust the end, depending on the formality. In this case, just a casual sentence. 納豆を食べたことがある. So, talking about what you've done before. Okay, I've eaten natto before. あります for formal. Okay, careful. This is always ta. Okay, not mashita here. And 納豆を食べたことがあります. Okay, careful, this one, you don't change this to the past tense, okay? Because if you change this to あった, it changes the whole thing, okay? I don't want to make it too complicated, but if you say 納豆食べたことがあった, it means like you are using the past perfect, which is very difficult to use. Okay, so don't do that. You're talking about the point in the past, saying at that point I had this before kind of thing. It's really complicated, so don't do that. Okay, so this, you're just talking about life experience. So far in your life, this is what you've done. Okay? 納豆食べたことがある。納豆食べたことがある。納豆食べたことがあります。That's formal. Okay? So, ない。Again, ことがない。Negative. So, I haven't done this before. I've never done this before. So, if you want to say, I haven't been to Japan, 日本に行った。Careful. You don't make any negative here. Okay, you don't use the ない form here. Still the た. Okay, 行ったことが and then you use ない here to negate it. Okay, 日本に行ったことがない. If you want to say 日本に行ったことがある, that will be I've been to Japan. Okay, I have been to Japan before. Okay, life experience. 日本に行ったことがない. Okay, たことがない. Of course, if you want to turn it into formal, 日本に行ったことがありません。ありません。ある。ありません。Isn't it? Okay. So they connect. Okay, they're connected. Okay. So there's that. But some people get so confused because like, たことがある is like, I've done this. But it's life experience. Okay, which is different from non-life experience. What do I mean by that? Have you done this? Let's look at some sentences. Okay. もう夜ご飯を食べた? Okay. もう already in this case 夜ご飯 dinner を食べた past tense た Have you had dinner already? Or have you had dinner yet? It's fine too. Have you had dinner yet? Have you had dinner already? Just a past tense, isn't it? If it's a question, okay, I'm not asking like, have you ever had dinner in your life? That's like, okay, that's different. That's not the same thing, isn't it? So this is just like, okay, if you want to simply say, have you had dinner already? Have you had dinner yet? Have you had breakfast today? Let's see, have you done your homework? That kind of thing. That's not life experience, and how do you answer that? If it's yes, then 食べた. Of course, that's casual. The formal is coming here. You match. 食べた. Yes, I did. Okay. You just use the past tense here. Okay. Non-life experience. Have you done this? Have you done this yet? Okay. Past tense. But if it's no, if it's a negative answer, in this case, nope. Look at this crazy thing here. So まだ plus negative. まだない not yet. 食べていない。まだ食べていない。What's that? Okay. This is what's called present continuous, but negative. Present continuous negative form. It doesn't mean present continuous. Okay. In my next stream, I talk about the present. Okay, the present simple, present continuous. I'll compare with English. Okay, so when I explain that, like in my next stream, you will understand why. Okay, we say this way. Okay, and you will understand why they are different. Okay, we don't say 食べない or 食べなかった here. If you say 食べなかった, it means I didn't eat. Okay, if you use 食べなかった, I didn't eat. But you want to say I haven't eaten yet. So 食べなかった will be like, oh, I didn't eat, like I didn't eat yesterday. I didn't eat, let's say, I didn't eat with the time, finished time word. But this one, okay, if you still have like some chance, have time to eat breakfast, then 食べなかった doesn't actually make sense here. Okay, but this is what we use. 食べていない, which is a negative of 食べている. 食べている is actually present continuous, which we'll cover in the next stream. And but 食べていない, it just means I haven't eaten yet in this case. Okay, well, まだ食べていない. Okay, and okay, those are just like the formal, version. Just the formal sentence, formal question, answer. So もう夜ご飯を食べました。past tense 食べましたか? Polite question. ました plus か. You don't have か here. Be careful. If you use か after a casual question, it actually makes it sound rude. Okay, be careful. か is only attached to a formal. Okay, in this case, of course, 食べました. Okay, up to this point, it's just a formal sentence, isn't it? By adding か to that one, it turns into a formal question. So be careful. か doesn't just turn everything into a question. Depending on what it is, it turns it to a very rude question. So be careful. Okay, and a lot of books don't teach that. Okay, well, this is why you need to join this, cult. It's not a cult. No. Okay, はい、食べました。Casual. はい、formal. 食べました。Yes, I did. Yes, I ate. いいえ、no. Is this one's casual. いいえ is formal. No. まだ plus negative. まだ食べていません. No, I haven't eaten yet. Okay. So yeah, I said like check present continuous usage. This is what we're going to talk about again, as I said, in the next stream when I compare different types of the present. Okay. Anyway, but I just wanted to kind of, have it here so that you don't, misunderstand. Okay. Let's see. Hobble. Practice. So let's practice. I'm gonna ask you to do either life experience or non-life experience. You have to know which one, okay, you will need. Okay, of course I will help you in the beginning, but later you gotta do it, by yourself. Okay, so the first sentence, I've never eaten takoyaki. Have you had takoyaki before? I love takoyaki. Takoyaki ga daisuki. So, first thing first, if you want to say this, think about it. I've never eaten takoyaki. Is it about your life experience or is it like non-life experience? Like, oh, have you had takoyaki already? You have your takoyaki in front of you. Which one? Of course, you're talking about life experience. Like in my life, I haven't had it before. Okay, so then you need to use that. And of course, you have never eaten, so it will be negative. So たこ焼きを食べたパスタ、タフォ。食べたことがない。たこ焼きを食べたことがない。You can never use no here. Again, that's what I mentioned here, right? This is a complete, it's completely different from what we talked about before. It's a separate thing. You don't want to mix them up, okay? Nounifying, those are the things you can talk about. You don't want to mix with life experience. It's a separate thing, okay? Right. So, たこ焼きを食べたことがない。たこ焼きを食べたことがない。Of course, if you actually have, then you'll change this to ある, right? Okay. And so, of course, the question is like, okay, is it life experience or non-life experience? Of course, life experience, but it's negative. Okay, you haven't done this before in your life. Next question. Okay, so when you want to say, I haven't had lunch yet, do you think it's a life experience? You're talking about life experience? I have never had lunch in my life. Okay, that's a lie, isn't it? Of course, you're talking about non-life experience that you haven't had it. You haven't had lunch yet, right? Non-life experience. So how would you put this into the sentence? Okay. So I haven't had lunch. I haven't eaten. Of course, haven't had lunch. I haven't eaten lunch. Okay. Of course, you can look at this one. You need a te form. So 食べて te form plus. You can drop this e. Okay. 食べてない is fine. Okay. I just put e there just in case you want to see. 昼ご飯をまだ食べていない or 食べてない is fine. If you don't do this, it's fine. So, 昼ご飯 lunch まだ plus negative, not yet. Haven't yet. 昼ご飯をまだ食べていない or 食べてない te form plus, in this case, いない. Okay. This is the form formula is actually the negative of present continuous. But with the present continuous, we do a lot of different things. So I want to talk about present continuous usage, next week. Okay, so you don't get confused. I'm thirsty. Let me open my sparkling water. One sec. I'm so thirsty. One sec. Okay. My invisible can of sparkling water. I was never into sparkling water until I lived in Germany. Can you believe it? Because like in Britain, pretty much nobody drinks sparkling water, and also in Japan too. Like not many people drink sparkling water. I used to prefer still water. But when I lived in Germany, that's what you get. Like you get sparkling water in restaurants, and like you get them in supermarkets, and like I was like, I don't have a choice. I mean, you can still buy them. You can still buy still water, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just give it a go, and at first I didn't get it. I was like, oh gosh, I can't do this, But at one point, I was like, oh, this is so refreshing. It's so good. Like when I go out, like and I'm in a restaurant, and like, oh, just want to drink something refreshing, and then that's when I started drinking sparkling water. Anyway, so that's that. Let's go here. So I have been to Tokyo. So of course, what are you talking about here? Is it life experience or non-life experience? Obviously, I've been to Tokyo. You're talking about your life experience. I have. Right? Life experience. So you'll be using this. Okay. So I have been to Tokyo. So you want to use iku, to go. But of course, you need to change it to the past. Past. Casual past tense. Itta, isn't it? Itta. Okay. But of course, destination ni should be used. Okay. To Tokyo. 東京に行ったことがある。東京に destination に行った casual past tense ことがある。東京に行ったことがある。Okay? Life experience. Okay? And of course, if you want to say I haven't 東京に行ったことがない。If you want to of course turn it into polite. Of course, I don't have space to write all that. So, 行ったことがありません。and so on and so forth. あります if you have been there. ありません for if you haven't been there yet. Or you haven't been there in your life. Okay. So what about this one? I've never been to Kyushu. I've never been to Kyushu. Never been there. Okay. Talking about your life experience. Of course, life experience negative. Or is it just talking about, oh, have you had dinner kind of thing? Which one? Okay. Life experience. But negative, isn't it? Of course, that hasn't happened yet in your life. So, I've never been to Kyushu. 九州に destination に行ったことがないを行ったことがありません if you want to make it formal、okay. 九州に行ったことがない行ったことがありません、okay. Life experience, okay. And the next one, tricky. I haven't been to the supermarket yet, but today, okay. This is not like I've never been to a supermarket in my life. Like, are you a king or what? You know? No, this is like, okay, today you're like supposed to go there. You know, you're supposed to go to do some grocery shopping, you know? You gotta buy some like snacks. Well, don't buy snacks. You know, you're supposed to buy, you know, food. Okay? And so obviously that's not about life experience, right? It's like non-life experience. Okay, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done my shopping today yet, right? That's non-life experience. So that's what you need, right? So you need a te form plus inai. Okay. Let's go. 今日 today. まだ plus negative. Not yet. スーパーに destination に行ってテーフォン plus いない plus いない haven't done this yet. Okay, haven't done this yet. It hasn't happened yet. 今日まだスーパーに行ってない行っていない行ってない is fine. Okay. Obviously non-life experience, isn't it? So like you're not talking about your like life being like epic. I've never been to supermarket because I'm a king. I wonder if kings have been to a supermarket. I don't know about the like emperor of Japan. I don't think he has. He has people working for him, you know. Anyway, so if you want to say I haven't watched, okay, I haven't watched any movies. I haven't watched movies this year. Okay, it's already August, isn't it? And like, oh, I haven't actually watched anything this year. Okay, this is not the finished time period. Okay, it's still you still have chance to watch it. Right? Am I talking about life experience or non-life experience? Okay. Here, I'm not saying like I've never watched movies, right? So obviously not life experience. Okay. So non-life experience. Oh, I haven't watched movies yet this year, but I'm planning to. You know, that kind of thing, isn't it? Okay. So obviously. So non-life experience a sentence. Okay? Non-life experience. So let's go. So this here is 今年 isn't it? 今年 let's go here. 映画を見ていない If you want to say まだ見ていない that's fine too. 今年 this year. This is an unfinished time word. Okay? So finished time word will be, let's say, 去年 or like, let's say, 先月. Okay, if it's a finished time word, of course you want to use the past. Of course, past negative. But here, 見ていない, it hasn't happened yet. But, 今年 is not finished yet. Okay, this year. Okay, you still have a chance to see it. That's why the 定本 plus いない. Of course, you can drop it. Right? Does it make sense? Okay. So, 今年映画を見ていない。まだ見ていない is fine too. Haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen anything yet. Right. Here. Let's see. I've never watched a Japanese movie. Well, I'm sure you have, including any like anime titles. Surely you've watched a lot of, Japanese movies, films. So, never. Life experience, but of course negative. Okay. Of course that's a negative, so you have to, use ことがない。ことがない。Right? So Japanese movie. See? 日本の映画を見たことがない。Okay? 日本の映画を見たことがない。Okay? 見たことがある will be I have, like you've seen it. You've seen a movie. You've seen a Japanese movie before. Okay? But ことがない life experience, but negative. You haven't done it before. You've never done it before. And I want to compare the next two sentences. That's why Hubble is watching, Okay? And if you want to say, I haven't been to a cat cafe this year. Again, this is not the finished time word. Okay? It hasn't happened yet this year. Okay? Haven't been to a cat cafe this year. Am I talking about life experience or not? It's just like simply, it doesn't say like, well, it hasn't happened this year, but like, maybe I, did. I did last year, like 2 years ago, right? So, this is not life experience. Because this could just really happen this year, right? Non-life experience. Okay? So, 今年、猫カフェに行ってない。今年猫カフェに行ってない。Okay? Of course, you could actually go there, anytime. Yeah. 今年猫カフェに行ってない。You're planning to go there, but it hasn't happened yet. Okay? Which is different from this. This is just you simply saying you've never been, you've never been to a cafe. Okay? So here in this sentence, so of course you're talking about life experience. Negative. Okay? I'm talking about negative sentence. So, 猫カフェにデスティネーションに行ったパスタことがない、okay? ことがないよことがありません、okay? 猫カフェに行ったことがない In my place every day is 猫カフェ also because of this one Hubble and this one Yuffie okay I have like a 24-hour Neko Cafe. Maybe I should do a Neko Cafe stream where you just like watch Yuffie and Hubble during the entire stream, the real online Neko Cafe experience. I could do that. Let's see. I've read newspapers in Japanese before. Life experience. Okay? Of course, what you need is たことがある So, I've read, so to read is 読む isn't it? So, 読む But of course you need the た or past た So, 読む takes the nominal non-de pattern So, 読んで読んだ past tense is た Even though I said たことがある Of course, if the past tense takes だ 飲んだ飲んだ読んだis fine So 読んだ ですね。そう、日本語で新聞、newspapers を読んだ past tense of 読んだことがある。Okay? Whoa, long sentence. Is this the longest one? Well, I mean, I didn't use kanji here, so it just looks long. Okay? So 日本語で、so by using Japanese, so in Japanese, okay? 日本語で新聞を object を読んだ If it's just this, it just means I read. Okay, I read newspapers in Japanese, but this is like, okay, I want to talk about my life experience. You know, I've done this in my life. Okay, 日本語で新聞を読んだことがあるをあります for formal. Okay, and something tricky here. In the case of something like this, like, oh, have you seen the new Shinkai movie yet? Shinkai, Shinkai Makoto-san, Makoto Shinkai, the director, very popular, okay, who directed or created Kimi no Na wa, Your Name, Tenki no Ko, so on and so forth, Suzume no Tojimari, so on and so forth. So if you want to talk about, oh, have you seen his new movie yet? Have you seen his new film yet? It just came out. That kind of thing. In that case, which one do I use? Well, since, if I haven't actually watched it, do I use this or do I use this? Tough question. In this case, 新海さんの新しい映画を見た? Imagine that came out, this film just came out. It's nice and fresh. Okay? And in that case, using life experience is a little bit odd because that film is not old. It just came out. It's available to watch anywhere. And but you just haven't had the time to watch it. Even though you've never seen it in your life, but it's actually a little bit weird to use that one. You actually have to use this instead. So, まだ見ていない. No, I haven't seen it yet. So be careful with this one. Okay? So this is like, often used for something that just came out, like a new film, new games, say new manga, 新しい推しの子のアニメを見た, or 新しい推しの子の漫画を読んだ, if you're a fan of 推しの子, things like that. Okay, you talk about, oh, have you read it? Have you seen it? Have you done this? But especially for something new, something that came out, something that's still fresh. It's actually, weird to, put into this life experience shelf yet. Okay, but if the film is like, okay, a year old or like, a little bit old, then sure, you can talk about life experience, but in this case, it's a bit different. Okay, so that's that. Right. Okay, I'm so thirsty. Let me drink my sparkling. I don't want to spill anywhere. Okay. I'm gonna fix the screen here. So let's check out the chat and see if I missed anything. Oh, okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What did I miss? One sec, I'm just looking through the chat. Gonna go early today. Yeah, okay, Jump, you need to go, it's fine. Take care. And let's see, and Amberoth, okay, have a nice day, Jump, good. Ghost experience. 食べたことがありますの食べましたことがあるの食べたことがあります。Andrew, yeah, so when you're using たことがある don't put the ます here. If you want to make it polite, ます happens here or ません happens here. This part only takes the casual た Okay, no matter what it is. Okay, so be careful. Ambrose, oh, interesting. I thought you could use ka in both. You mean the question? No, it's only for formal. Yeah, any formal ending plus ka turns into a question. But if you use ka for like a casual question, it is very rude. So be careful. Don't do that one. Okay. Let me see. Some like anime characters intentionally do that. Okay, because maybe they're kids or maybe they didn't go to school or things like that. So anyway, so yeah, don't use ka for everything. Okay. Let me just check. Okay, my mic is on, right? Yeah, sometimes like it shows that mic's like, can you still hear me? Yeah, it just like traumatizes me. I get like a microphone notification. I'm like, oh, you sounded clear, and like I am still talking, Anyway, it should be still on. Yeah, you can hear me, right? Should be fine. It did this in the last stream. I'll check it later. Okay, that's great. Always wanted to learn being rude in Japanese. No. お前食べたか? Yeah, if you say お前食べたか, it is very rude. Okay. I mean, I'm sure anime characters and manga characters, like especially like male characters kind of tend to speak that way. But you don't want to do that. Okay. Patrick, join our not a cult today. Yeah, right. Yeah. Zaito ate takoyaki in Kyoto. Takoyaki I love takoyaki so much. Okay. Free cat talk brainwashing. Amberoth. 俺は食べてないよ。Can I see? 納豆食べたことがない？けど、納豆はまずいと聞いた。It's like, 納豆 is like, it's like, it's an acquired taste. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Of course, it smells nothing like it. So, 納豆, like you kind of, if you get used to natto, it's great. I mean, I can't eat it every day. I will be smelly. But I think if you're not familiar with some weird, Japanese dishes, you might want to stay away. Anyway. Andrew, I've had lunch. This is a life-changing experience. Okay. Yeah, well, if you think that way, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, well, if you've had some like epic lunch, like, oh my god, that was amazing. Yeah, sure. Use life experience. Let's see. Amberoth, I agree, nothing better than eating. Andrew says, wait until you want to sleep. Right. I love both. Hechi, yeah, Germany loves sparkling water. I know, it's crazy. Like, first I didn't know. So like when I was in a restaurant, I just said Wasser, water. Of course, bitte, please. And because that's all I knew. Water, please, And then, yeah, I saw like some like bubbles, coming out of the water. I'm like, I didn't order this, and then, yeah, it just turned out that, if you say like Wasser, water, in Germany, that's what you get. Like, you get sparkling water. If you want to still, you have to say still water. Anyway, Saito, sparkling water is the drink in Germany. That MBA, right? Andrew, I hate sparkling water. I know, like I used to. I just didn't get it. I know you. Okay. Hetchy and Andrew shaking hands. Good. Yeah. Like for me, like since I'm in LA, it's really hot here, and I kind of feel refreshed when I drink sparkling. Anyway. Zering currently has 6 cases of sparkling water. Good. Let's see, Patrick. Oh, a lot of sparkling water in Poland too? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, gazo wana? Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know that one. Let's see. Normal water. Tap water. Okay, let's see. Zering uses sparkling water to make her own Italian soda. Well, interesting. Okay. Amberoth says tap water is actually good here. Oh, I need to filter it. Right. Good. Let's see. Have I missed a lot? Okay, I haven't missed a lot then. Okay. Yeah, tap water. I never drink tap water. I need to filter everything like crazy because like my body is sensitive too, you know? Anyway. Okay, you guys are talking. I like that. Okay. Tap water is almost free. True. Let's see. Yeah, you gotta be careful when, depending on where you go, right, Patrick? Let's see. Andrew says, it's strange that my empire is now Taenyan cult. Sorry. Let's see. I might have to skip a little bit and then move on to the next bit. Zering, kings go to supermarkets when they're growing up. Ah, okay. Before they're kings. Is that true? Okay. Still have the life experience. I don't know really about kings and royal families. I don't know if they are like supposed to do any like normal things like the things we do. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? Okay, discover there's a cat cafe. Oh, there's a cat cafe near you, Zering. 日本語で日本の映画を分かったことがない。Right. Right. Good. Tap water discussion. That's cool. Whatever you want to talk about is fine too. Cool. Let's see. 引きこもり 24-hour Neko Cafe, Taenyan's shut in hikikomori confirmed. I do go out, but well, if I'm not here, the cats are here, you know. Yuffie and Hobble. Anyway, well, during the pandemic, of course, I was a hikikomori. I think everyone was too. Okay. Let me see. アンブロス、秋葉原のメイドカフェに行ったことがない。Yeah, in speaking, a lot of people drop が、恥ずかしそう。Yeah, I haven't actually. 私もメイドカフェに行ったことがない。I haven't been to a maid cafe. Let's see. Let's see. スズメを見たことがある？楽しかった？ Okay. You watched it? Good. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. You can hear me. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Caffeine. My question was confusing, but I think I understand now. I was thinking about the difference between 日本語を話すこと、日本語を話すことを勉強すること。Let me see. 日本語を話すこと。Okay, see. 日本語。in that case, you want to do 日本語の話し方を勉強すること。You have to change it. So, it's more like, because, 勉強する is more like to study. And, let's see. Of course, you can use it for learning something. But if you want to say, like, learning how to do something, that's a different thing. Okay, because I think that's what you were trying to say. Was it crikey or caffeine? I think it was caffeine. Yeah, caffeine. Okay, I think you wanted to say something like to learn how to speak Japanese, right? So that's a different thing. So in that case, 話し方, so must stem plus kata. Okay, so 話す, but must stem is 話, so must stem plus kata. This is like how to do something. So 話し方. Okay, so how to speak. I think that's what you wanted to ask. Okay. 話し方. So that's like how to speak or the way you speak. So 話し方. So 日本語の話し方. So since 話し方 is a noun, if you want to use 日本語, so then 日本語の話し方. Noun の noun. 日本語の話し方を、日本語の話し方を勉強する。Do we even study that? More like 話し方を覚える is a good one. 日本語の話し方を覚えることは and you can continue. Yeah, because 話し方 like how to do something. Especially this is like 話し方, like it's something practical. It's not something that you can learn by like writing something. Or sitting something, 話し方, how to speak is something that you kind of have to apply in practice, right? So 話し方を, the best word is actually 練習する to practice. Okay. 覚える is to learn how to do something. That's a good word too. Let's see. 日本語の話し方を、練習する。日本語の話し方を覚える。覚える, of course, practically you can use 覚える to learn. But since 話し方, like how to speak Japanese, it's something that you practice, isn't it? You practice it, and then you just learn it by doing, you learn it by doing. So 練習する actually works better, okay, in terms of the choice. Okay, even though 日本語の話し方を勉強する it doesn't match because 話し方 is something that you kind of have to practice it, by doing. Okay, it's not like you learn from books. You learn, grammar and things like this from books. But 話し方 is something that you improve by doing. Okay, so that's why 練習する works better. Okay, so then if you say 日本語の話し方を練習することは and you can continue if you wanna do こと here. Okay, and I nounify the whole thing. Okay, 日本語の話し方を練習すること. Okay, of course you can just go to 日本語を練習すること is easy, isn't it? Okay, 日本語を話す練習 is also fine too, but that's a little bit complicated, so I'm not going to cover that one. Let's see. What did I miss? Wasserbitte. Sorry, that was my limited German. Wasserbitte. That's all I knew. Like when I was in Germany. Well, like in the beginning, Patrick says, I'm always shocked how similar Poland and Germany are when I watch all those foreigners in Germany shorts and TikToks. Oh, okay. Are they similar? I didn't know. Let's see. Zaido, I've been in a maid cafe in Akihabara. I've never looked so cute in my life as I did before. Oh. Yeah, I haven't been there. I've heard it's kind of cute, and they do a lot of cute things, and you have to do like hand gestures and things, let's see, can I do that? Yeah, I can't do this by my camera, like this. Okay, yeah, like this, and like this, and like, maid cafe. But yeah, 私はメイドカフェに行ったことがない。Maybe I should. Let's see. I'm gonna go to this. Oh, this is really good. Okay. Okay, so we talked about life experience. Good. And then the third one here. This is again entirely different from whatever we did before. Okay. Even though I'm using koto here, I'm using other things too to kind of show you how you can do this. I'm not explaining anything here. Let's see. So this is really, really handy. Okay. So when you combine a verb plus noun, I call this verb noun combo. This is my own term. Okay, I make things up sometimes because it's just easier to say. Verb noun combo. This grammar is actually a little bit more complicated. It can actually go pretty big, but I'm only picking something very specific, which is noun to do something. Verb noun combo can actually go much wider, but since I just kind of want to talk about this, and this is so on so forth, I'm only specifying. I'm specifically talking about noun to do something. In this case, what do you mean by that? So okay, so verb plus noun. Suru is a verb. Koto is a noun. What? You'll be like, didn't you do this? Didn't you do this? Yeah. Okay, but as I said, nounifying is nounifying. What I did with the nounifying is I turned a verb into a noun. That's all I did. Okay, and with nounifying, these are the things you can say. Okay, but verb plus noun, verb noun combo, noun to do something, it's a bit different because I'm using koto as things in this case. Okay, so this one is not nounifying. Be careful. Of course, you can actually tell from the context because the structure will look very different. Okay, so I think examples will actually make it clear, but I'm gonna just keep going. Suru koto. I'm using koto as things. Things to do. Okay? 知らない. I'm just using theないform. 知らないこと. Things I don't know. アニメを見る時間 verb noun verb noun noun 時間 time. I can say this. アニメを見る時間 time to watch anime. Okay? All these, like すること、知らないこと、アニメを見る時間、買うもの、日本に行くお金, they're actually one noun. Okay? If you combine verb noun like this, verb noun combo, we still treat this part just like a noun. You know? こと、things. 知らないこと、things I don't know. アニメを見る時間、time to watch anime. アニメを見る時間。買うもの。So here I'm using もの, not こと. Be careful. ことはもの are translated like pretty badly. They don't translate very well into English. Okay? もの. Stuff. Well, some people say things. That's fine. Things to buy too is fine too. But the difference is that もの is tangible. Okay? Something that you can touch. Okay? Something that, like, let's see. This invisible sparkling water. It's invisible. I'm actually holding it. This is invisible, but it's tangible for me. You can't see it. But let me drink it. Oh. Yep. This is what you do when you join our cult. Okay, you drink invisible sparkling water. No. Let's see. Right. So, koto. Things. But that's intangible. Intangible things. Okay? Intangible, you can't touch. Because, like, you can't really touch what, like, so they've got the things to do. Things to do. Like, are they, like, vegetables? No. Okay. もの stuff like vegetables. Okay. Books. Tangible. Why do I say mostly? It's just because let me see. 読むもの, for example. 読むもの, stuff to read. 読むもの. Yeah, you could talk about books, that's tangible. But maybe like in an online article, you can't touch it. So that's why I say mostly tangible. But if you are not sure, think about like how it was maybe traditionally. Traditionally, people read stuff in like a book format, right? Or like on a piece of paper. That's tangible. Okay? And what about like 見るもの? 見るもの, like things to watch, stuff to watch. Hey, that's intangible. But think about it. Back in the day, they had performers, on stage. You can actually touch them, right? So yeah, tangible. Okay, they exist. You can actually touch them. Okay, and so on and so forth. Think about like how it was back in the day. Okay, they didn't have anything digital, right? I hope that explains. Right, and so that's why 買うもの, stuff to buy. Of course, things to buy is fine too, but mono is something that you can touch. And you can actually buy in shops. I mean, you could buy crypto and things, but let me see. Don't dig too deep, okay? So 日本に行くお金 money. Okay, so I can do this. Okay, see? Verb noun combo here. Verb noun combo to explain more about the noun. So money to do what? 日本に行くお金 money to go to Japan. You can do this, I mean, listing some useful nouns, okay, to use. I've already used most of them. 時間 time, 場所 place, places, お金 money, 方法 method, okay? It's a good one. I mean, you could just like use the let's see. Yeah, 話す方法 is fine too instead of 話し方, okay? Because it uses the same kanji. See, 方 right here. Okay. Method. Yeah, ことはもの. Got examples here. So 時間. 運動する時間. So verb noun combo. 運動する to exercise. So time to exercise. 場所 place. 遊ぶ場所 place to play. お金。パソコンを買うお金. So verb noun. Money to buy a PC. 方法 method. 日本語勉強する方法 method. Okay. How to study Japanese. こと thing. So できること。できる remember potential. Okay. Potential. できること things I can do. That's a cool that's a good one, isn't it? もの let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I already listed here 買うもの but let's see. 食べるもの is fine too. Of course, you can still say 食べ物。ね。食べるものがたくさんある、食べるものがたくさんない。Of course, if you want to simply say 食べ物 is fine too, because that's where it comes from. Okay? So that's that. Right. So, you understand how to do the verb noun combo. Let's look at some realistic sentences. Okay? So, this is going to be so useful. I'm using ある。Okay? ある。there are structure, remember? So, がある pattern. 今日 today すること things to do がたくさんある I have a lot of things to do today. Isn't it handy? So convenient to say something like this. See? すること right? Yeah, することがある I wanted to say a lot, so たくさんある Okay? That's handy. Okay. So I'm just kind of recycling that, but of course changing it to the past tense. So 昨日 yesterday することが things to do がたくさん a lot あった is the past tense of ある isn't it? So yeah, feel free to conjugate this one. This one ある to be, to exist, but of course in this case it's to have. あった is the past tense. of ある。Of course, if you want to say ありました, it's fine too. If you want to say I didn't have a lot to do yesterday, or there weren't a lot of things to do yesterday. 昨日すること things to do がたくさんなかった。Okay? Just pretty much using the same thing, but just changing little by little. Okay? That's a really good way of practicing. 猫はすることが things to do がたくさんない。そうね。そう。They only pretty much like eat, sleep, and play. In the case of Hubble basically follows me, so that's another thing he does. Okay. Yeah, cats don't have many things to do. 猫はすることがたくさんない。Okay. But something really weird about Yuffie and Hubble. They communicate without making any sounds, which is so weird. I don't know how they're talking. You know, they can just like talk to each other without making any noise, no sounds. For example, like Yuffie is, you know, getting some treats, and then like Hubble is asleep, for example. And intentionally, I don't tell Hubble to see. Yuffie tells Hubble, and Yuffie does. Yuffie somehow like calls Hubble, and then Hubble just comes to the kitchen. Anyway, I don't know how they communicate with each other. It's fascinating. 新しいパソコンを買うお金。So お金。I'm doing verb noun combo. So お金。Money to buy. Buy what? 新しいパソコン。New PC. 新しいパソコンを買う。お金がない。So money to buy a new PC. 新しいパソコンを買うお金がない。がない。ない is the negative of ある isn't it? If you want to say ある it's fine. It's like I have. Okay, I have money to buy. If you want to say that, that's fine too. Yeah, I'm just listing some useful things too, but be careful. 欲しい of course, you know, it works pretty well with like 時間. Okay. Let me see. Sometimes it doesn't work like することが欲しい. Really, you have to use common sense, okay? You can't use every single noun here, you know. Of course, 時間が欲しい. I want time. And then doing verb noun combo is very useful. So, ゲームする時間. So, time to play video games が欲しい. So, I want time to play video games. Okay? And if you want to say more, ゲームする時間がもっと欲しい. So I want more time to play video games. Okay. I have this already. So yeah, feel free to do like 時間が欲しい. Let me see. 寝る時間 Okay. That's a good one. 寝る時間 So time to sleep. 寝る時間がもっと欲しい. Oh. I like that. ね、寝る時間が欲しい. More 欲しい. Okay, so I want more time to sleep because it's based on noun が欲しい. Okay, so feel free to put, you know, this verb noun, okay, combo, verb noun combo. Whatever you do with the verb noun combo, you are making a long noun. Okay, so 時間が欲しい. 寝る時間 so time to sleep. 時間がもっと欲しい. I want more time to sleep. That's what you can say. And yeah, of course, you can talk about I have time to do this, time to do that too. Okay. So yeah, using 時間 is so useful. Of course, you know, I wanted to talk about こと more here, but since they're kind of, you know, connected, you know, in terms of grammar, I didn't want to ignore this one because we use this a lot. Okay. So that's why I wanted to include together. So 時間がある. So 時間 time がある. So I have time. 時間がない. I don't have time. Of course, feel free to conjugate this one to あります. You know, あります、ありました、ありません、ありませんでした. If you want to make it formal, sure. Yeah, feel free to do the verb noun. So 食べる時間. So time to eat. がある。So I have time to eat. 食べる時間が And if you want to say ない I don't have time to eat. Yeah, feel free to stretch it. 朝ごはんを食べる時間 So time to eat breakfast. 朝ごはんを食べる時間があった It's the past tense of ある。So I had time. 朝ごはんを食べる時間があった。I had time to eat breakfast. Okay? ありました。For formal. 朝ごはんを食べる時間 identical がなかった。I didn't have time. It's a past tense. Past negative. Okay? ありませんでした。ゲームをする時間がない。I don't have time. ゲームをする時間がない。I don't have time to play video games. Okay? So yeah, 時間がある時間がない is pretty handy, isn't it? So you just you do the verb noun combo like this. Put the verb before it. If you need anything else before that, you can do that too. Okay. So treat, this part, verb noun combo part, just like a noun. It's very similar to what we did before with, nounifying. They are like cousins, I have to say. This nounifying こと life experience and verb noun, they're actually very similar. I don't want to say they are the same. They're not the same. They are more like kind of distant cousins. Okay, they're connected, but they do different things. That's why I wanted to separate them. Okay. So yeah, ゲームをする時間がない。Okay. Oh, let me add an important sentence. Let's see. 毎日タエニャンのビデオを見る時間がある。Okay? Here we go. 毎日 every day タエニャンのビデオを So Taenyan's videos を見る。Watch Taenyan's videos 時間 time がある。So I have time to watch Taenyan's videos every day. Okay? Power sentence. Okay? 毎日 every day 日本語を勉強する時間 See? It doesn't matter how long it gets. Okay? I'm still doing verb noun combo. Time to study, but if I have any other elements I want to add, I can. That's the cool thing about Japanese. You can just throw them all in. And it works. And sometimes you have to, you have to do it right. Okay? But 毎日日本語を勉強する時間 This whole thing is one big chunk. Okay? It's a noun. Okay? がある. So I have time to study Japanese every day. Nice. I covered everything. Oh, apart from this. Okay, of course, there are some other grammar points using koto, but of course, I'm not going to cover every single grammar point here. Noun no koto, that's pretty easy about a noun. So if you say neko no koto, it's about a cat, about cats. Something koto ni suru, decided to do something. Something koto ni naru, something is decided and it was out of your control. I'm not going to talk about these yet. Okay, that's too much. Okay, just knowing the first, grammar point is enough, isn't it? Okay, I'm just too nice. Okay, I care about you. Okay, I care about my gang of students. Oh, cult members. So I want to cover, related topics, grammar points. Okay, so I just finished. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let me have my sparkling water that you guys don't like. Invisible can. Yeah. Tangible for me though, intangible for you. Right. Am I tangible? Do I exist? Right. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. My brain's fried. Anyway, how was it for you? Did it help? Was it informative? Don't say no. Okay. Took so much time to do this. Okay, you can't believe it. It's really hard to structure like grammar files like this. It looks easy, but it's not. I have to think about the layout, how to put things together and where to put what. It might look easy, but it's not. If you're trying to do this, good luck. Okay, but I'm so used to it. So like, of course I can, I can still manage it. Okay, but I spent hours. Okay, I woke up so early today. 早く起きて I had like some kind of draft before. I had like old versions, but I wanted to clean up a lot, so that took hours of my time. Okay, so please, if you need to watch this again and study again, it's really important. So I highly recommend doing that. Okay, and just kind of differentiate this nounifying nominalization, koto from the rest of it. Okay, life experience is entirely different thing. Be careful with non-life experience. Comparison sentences are right here. Tricky questions right here. And the hubble, verb noun combo. This is my own terminology. Okay, you don't have to know what this is officially, because I don't think there's any point of doing that in this case. Talk about things to do, things I don't know, things. It's actually deeper than that, so I had to dig a little bit more here. Okay, but anyway, I can't talk anymore. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Okay. Oh. Okay. Did I miss anything? Okay. Yeah, I misread Maid Cafe as Mad Cafe. Anyway. Mad Cafe. Waiters are screaming at you. Yes. Well, anyway, go to that cafe. Madman Cafe. Maybe it exists. I don't know. Let's see. Let me see. Zaito, it wasn't nearly as cringe as I expected it to be. They were super nice. He's talking about Maid Cafe. They were super nice. The mood was good, and they put on a great dance show. I think, yeah, in terms of like entertainment and presentation, and production, things like that. I think it's still like interesting to check out. And also like a kind of cultural experience in a way, even though most Japanese people actually haven't been to a maid cafe. Okay. Shocking, isn't it? Patrick, I'd feel very weird being called master, ご主人様, I know, and stuff. I know, it's a strange place. Yeah, Akiba Maid War. I've heard of it. I haven't watched it. I've heard good things about it. So, Andrew, for you, the sparkling water is mono. Yeah. For us, it's koto. Of course, it is mono. I was joking. Okay. Let me see. Andrew, depends what do you want to touch? Wink. Okay. Captain Price, hello. Good. Sorry, I'm getting back to your message so late. But asking, how are you doing today? I'm very well. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, but like I'm good now. A little bit tired after going through everything, but like thanks for asking. Patrick, telepathic cats, right? They are like they're talking. I don't know how. Andrew says, Yuffie is a mermaid man. Actually, don't get that reference. Sorry. SpongeBob. Okay, see. Zaito says cats have crazy good senses. My cat, well, Zaito's cat could hear it from several rooms. I know, it's crazy. I know, like, I don't know how they do it. It's insane. Andrew says, I have time now, but that will change very soon. Okay, maybe you can say 時間があった. Hitri, this is such a good explanation. Thank you. And now we are gang, Amberoth. Yes, you are a gang, gang of students. Good. And let's see. And Patrick and says, we'll brainwash you into having enough time. Okay, let's see. Is now no koto, no, you mean like ついて? Very similar but different. But I'm not gonna talk about that one. ついて is like about something, but we use it for something like 猫について話す。猫について話す。talk about cats, but 猫のことを話す。Maybe it's more about like specific cats. Okay, so they're two different things. Similar but different. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Hichi says it helped. Good. Okay. Patrick, it was very informative. Yeah, good. Thank you. Like, you know, I feel great if you can confirm. I'm not just goofing around, you know. I do a lot of goofy things. I say goofy things just to keep it interesting, you know. Because like if you're trying to learn grammar from books, it's not gonna be like this. I made it in a way that's entertaining and easy to follow. That takes a lot of thinking, a lot of you know, work, okay, and time too. I don't want to make it boring. I don't want to you know, make it the same as textbooks. I'll do my own things to, you know, keep it interesting and also keep it more like relevant, you know, and also easy to, you know, recycle any of these sentences, you know, to make it more practical. Okay. Anyway, I just want to put Hubble here. Anyway, his face is funny. He always looks like this. Yeah. It's not like he's making his face like this. He is like this. Anyway. And let's see. Hechi says this was structured. Well, good. Thank you. Oh, thank you. AI says it was awesome. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Patrick's understand koto way better now. Excellent. Good one. Yeah. Amberoth says thank you. It was very nice. Thank you so much for saying that. Makes my day because I put so much time and effort doing this. You can't believe it. I know, like you know, it's, you know, mostly because of my you know, OCD. I just have to do it. I have to be super specific and fix things, make it look nice. But try not to be perfect though. It will drive me crazy. Anyway, who else is here? Andrew says, was it informative? Don't you dare say no. Zaito, no, I kid. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I think 例えば I think 例文 is a better word. 作るのはめちゃくちゃ難しいと思うからお疲れありがとう。Okay. Andrew says there are at least 5 or 10 episodes about Mermaid Man, and oh, I have no idea. I need to watch SpongeBob. Some of my friends actually work in the in animation here. I don't. Maybe I shouldn't say, but yeah, I also work in, you know, entertainment. You know, in the entertainment business here too. So I know a lot of people making like you know, working in like Nickelodeon, Disney, DreamWorks, Warner, things like that. You know, they all of them are my friends. So anyway, right. So I'm gonna go. Okay. I hope you guys you know, have a good weekend. Okay. I think I've done enough today. Right. So, ありがとう。 ありがとう。またね。What? My hand going crazy. It's so flexible, huh? Alright. Okay. I'm going. See you guys. またね。ありがとう。ありがとう、ありがとう、ありがとう。またね。Oh, let me see. Some final. Yeah, I have a little connections. Yes. Oh, Zering, your aunt used to work for DreamWorks. Yeah, DreamWorks. A lot of people are kind of. I don't want to say anything. Anyway, well, DreamWorks is a good company. Maybe it's too big. Anyway, okay, I'm going. またね. Say またね to everyone. Good, Patrick. ありがとう. Curry, ありがとう. お疲れ. Hechi, Zering, ありがとう. Cafe, またね. Patrick, Andrew, Amber Ross, Saito. Anybody want to say またね? You can. I'll read out your name. Alright. I'm going, okay? またね. じゃあね. はーい。ありがとう。